we go. Alright, I think I'm hearing what you guys are hearing now. Unfortunately. Let me check my mic. Yep, it disappeared. Alright, so let's check our battery. Our battery is 0, so not great. We do have a small battery in here. We've got this. Actually, this will be useful downstairs. Can I hold E to grab that? This is also... Can I grab that? Oh, great. Now this is not something we can just pocket. Toss this over here. Good. Still curious. So the basic beginning of the game was not a whole lot. I mean, it was... We're still at the beginning, realistically. I ran around the building, turned some things on, but I still have this to jump over here and try and get some diesel in. And instead of equalize, F switch mode equalize, I want input. Just make sure I grab all that. Alright, cool. So there's a battery here. I don't know why we can't. Gotta hold Q to pull that back. Let's just toss all this stuff on board. Just hold E to pick up everything. And if you pick up the end of something, you'll probably want to hold Q to wrap it up. That'll probably be closest to the boat. Doesn't matter, really. What we want is not equalize, and we will input. And just take everything from that battery and load up this boat. That's very nice. That's so delightful. Except this building is off. Go up here, take a quick look. Got nothing there, right? Nope. Alright. Might as well open that, which can't open because there's no power, but we'll leave it open. Grab that. I don't remember if there's any problems in there, but either way, we're gonna pass by that. Because we are going to try and power the building. That one's locked. Drop that whole thing. See ya, bro. Crouch. And we will look through here. Actually, I'm gonna pop my damn video up to the top right because I'll make it a little bigger. But when I pick stuff up, I want you guys to be able to see that. Alright, so we'll pop this out. So we could just pull from that battery, but realistically, actually, let's just connect the two batteries. What do we got here? Equalize. It's gonna just balance those. I guess long-term I'll say equalize is fine. Maybe explain why later. Maybe not. Let's connect this to one of the batteries. Leave it on equalize. Because here's the thing. If we're ever going to input, we want it to be able to go both ways. And if we start getting a ton of input to this, I want these batteries to equalize. Or, you know, I want the batteries to both take it. If I were to say input, great. Well, we're about to just put all that over here. Doesn't matter though. Like, we're only ever going to be inputting, and we want to be able to use the batteries. So we put the output. Alright, cool. So output from this side is input on this side, but that's just going to fill the other. No, equalize is what we want here, so that they just kind of, they level out, but then if we get some input over here, it will fill the batteries. So equalize is pretty much just kind of in between. So it's not input, it's not output. It'll do whatever is necessary at the time. Now, on this case, I guess we'll just leave that. I won't tell you why yet. The demo of this game did tell me a little bit more, because I did play the demo before I got to where I'm at now, which is not too much further than here, but we'll get to all that. Me run upstairs, I'll turn my light off, I need to save some power. So you gotta realize, power, yeah, is a finite resource, but when you consider solar power, it's not necessarily finite. I like how you have to drag open certain doors. I really like that there is a manual aspect to this game. I'm left clicking, dragging, love that. It's also light out, so I'm gonna grab this. You might understand why later. And then I like to be a little chaotic and just, doesn't matter, but who cares? Throw that overboard. I do have melee to my left mouse button. That would have to be, for everyone else, that would be in options. Key bindings, melee here, thumb mouse button. So it doesn't hurt, like, if anything, leave everything as default unless, you know, there's some actual reason to. Just add it as a secondary. If it's going to be C and your mind remembers C at the moment, great. But I added a secondary so that I could also use one of my thumb mouse buttons. Anyway, just whoop ass on these. They hurt me a little bit. Oh shit, we'll get to that. Like everyone says, we'll get to that. Sure, we'll open this, see what's in here. Well, there's this. Let's. Oh shit. What happened? What happened? Where am I? I'm halfway down. Oh, okay. So I'm back in the main corridor. Okay. I just activated the little thing to try and drop down the, that. It might actually be more fun for you guys to get a little bit of this audio. Drop down that ladder. I wasn't pleased about that. There's a bunch of homies. If they try and hit me, yep. Alright. Hit them, hit them, hit them. Mouse button, mouse button, mouse button. Oh, little hurt. I'm still fine. Let's pick up this stuff. I'm just real quick gonna make sure y'all are good on the stream. Hopefully we won't get an echo. Yeah, you guys can definitely hear the audio I'm hearing now. Probably turn that down a little bit. I could harvest these cables. You know what? This one looks broken. This one looks... Alright, that one's okay. I will grab that, reel that up. It's always good to have some cables. So if you just hold Q, you have to hold it to reel it up, and so you see what I'm saying. Let me just grab that, and then I'll grab this side, and if I look back this way and hold Q, it reels it up. And then it will end up in my inventory. It's very good. That's what you want. Now you can grab, you can rotate. I don't know of a way to get rid of these. Alright. Stream looks fine, who cares? I'm gonna deal with it actually. So, Honestly, I'd like to be able to at least harvest these for half their resources or something. Like, it's laid down. Can I move it? No. I can rotate? Who cares? Who cares? So, with these all being broken, and this being the only one that's working, I'm just gonna leave that for now. Oh, I grabbed, but shoot, what do I gotta do? E, to pick it up, connect. Wait, why is that? Alright, reel it in. Alright, cool. Pick that up, reel it. Alright, there we go. Now, this is on input. No? Well, I guess it doesn't actually matter. Or maybe there have to be multiples, reel it in. Always reel it in instead of just disconnecting. Alright, in this case, we want this to be output. Cool, cool. So we at least have a source of electricity. It is not a lot. It was 1 watt, 1 megawatt, 1 kilowatt, something. Let's drop this real quick. Make sure, no, there is no need for this to ever feed the other direction, as we know. So let's output, this one's input, cool. No need for that to ever feed the other way. Feeding right into the building. Now, I don't actually know what that does, if that is the building's, like, electricity bus, or if that is just one side, two side, here we go. I will say on this side, I'm just gonna go output. Let's see if this works. Bummer. I'm gonna leave that on output for the moment. I have a thought that I'd like to try. Grab this duffel bag down there that we grabbed. That's nothing, that's just nice decoration, thank you. And we'll toss this over the edge so it's on our boat. Alright, so we know that comes from upstairs and we have an input down here. That is at 0. That is at 0. Alright, we'll head back up. Let's just check the whole chain. It's night. What do you mean? It's night. Of course it's going to be 0. It's a solar panel. It's 0. Alright, well, that's fine. Alright, well, I don't think there is any reason for me to come up here. If I could fix these, they would always be on. Because they're wind generators. And they are spinning AF. So... Alright, fine. 6? No, 6 is light. Sure, we'll turn on light. Hit 5. Plastic, fabric, silicon. I don't want to waste too much crap on these. Because, I mean, if I don't need them, I don't need them. Oh, I'm so low. I am so low. I'm gonna start getting hurt. I'm gonna have to tap into this. Even though there is none. E? Please? Please? 6, 2, no, let's just do input only. We got no dang old light. Reel that in. I need to attach to, I can't even run properly. I'm hurt. I'm dying here, man. We got no light. Even me attaching to the building isn't gonna help. One of those batteries would help, but I carried them all downstairs and threw them. Well, while I'm here, I might as well just grab something. Get a little bit of help. Alright. Not too worried about health, I can redo that. Shoot. We are in a pickle, aren't we? We'll be okay. Throw that down there. I'm at half health. Is that little thing I was saying, just push that down. There is still that big battery down. I'm just gonna jump. There's a big battery down here, which is charging my boat, which actually I'll just pop on the boat bus. Now, I could grab this, but from what I've seen, these are not rechargeable. Yes, they are batteries. Like AA's, they do not seem to be rechargeable. So, I'm just gonna go on output and make sure I'm okay. Disconnect, reel in. The batteries, actually, I had another battery. Well, we're sitting here at nighttime. Let me just drop this up here. It's next to diesel, that's battery. Alright, so let's just drop that there. Diesel's fine. Oh jeez. To be fair, yes, it's inconvenient. I do like that when you knock into something, you're just gonna knock it over because you're clumsy. So, careful. Oh, I am hurt. So yes, this is the heal station. There's also a heal station in the building. It says I'm full, or, you know, pretty full on dang old parts here. So this is trash, this is trash, this is trash. I need to recycle all those. I still need to actually charge the building. This is full. Ooh. Okay. Well, can I only hold 2,000? I guess that was just, yeah, that was everything there. Let's grab this stuff. Why? I'm using too much power. I'm gonna turn off my light. Again, another thing that I think is really, I almost said cool, like it's not groundbreaking, it's not cool, but it's like I'm glad there is a cost for wasting electricity. There's like, why wouldn't there be? You have your stupid ass flashlight on, come on. Throw some of that on the boat. I'll show you why, because the demo kind of made me think about some things. Let me grab all this trash here. I mean, I think these are plastic. Grab plastic pallet, yeah, for sure. And they're lighter, so they'll, look at that fly. Oh, I wonder if I can rotate while I throw it, like skipping a rock. Oh, wrong button. Rotate. Oh, I have to, nope, didn't work. Try to rotate it and throw it like skipping a rock. Maybe? I'll just try that every time, why not? It turned, it barely turned. Okay, so you could maybe do that. Let me just check on the boat real quick. So we got plenty of battery. We're full on diesel. That's fine. We have one battery there. Actually, we have an engine exploded. Let's deal with this real quick. So this yellow thing. Recycler. Just kind of playing with you as if I was actually doing it, because I knew that was the fabricator. And I knew the other was the recycler because I've done the demo. Alright, so actually, all this trash, we're just gonna drop it here. When I say trash, alright, item/trash. Pretty clear. Item/trash. These little bricks, fine, keep those. Trash, drop. Ooh, basic. Ooh, we have a couple engine parts. Secret. Item material, nothing. Item trash, drop. Item trash. And what we're looking at here, item trash, recycle to extract uncommon materials, recyclable, possible recycling output, we don't care. But, yeah. This says trash. This says item trash. Alright, we'll drop that. Batteries, I'm not fully sure about that yet. Consumable, I think that's just like, I could drink it like water, sort of thing. This boat is pretty fine with energy. It is using 0.6. If I could turn off these lights to stop just wasting unneeded electricity, I would. So that was 0.6. Great. Solved. Cool. Small battery. Actually, I've been keeping that stuff upstairs. Let me drop this here because I just saw something out of the corner of my eye. Those are the materials. These are the trash. And trash. And, oh, wow. Did I throw that one really far? I'm so strong. So strong. Yeah, eventually all that will need to be over there. Who cares? Yeet. Let's see. Yeet. And to, oh, that was not a good throw. And to be accurate, yeet. And as we continuously said, yeet. How is that heavier? Get out of here. This one should yeet just fine. And grab this beam and yeet. Alright, fine. Yeet. And we will one more yeet, and after that we'll just get that yeeted. Fine, we're done with that. We'll just take this battery up there because we still are not getting power from up above. Now, granted, it might just be, you know, so late at night, we're tired, we just ain't got no gosh damn power. But at the very least, we need to get that battery hooked up or something so we can, I mean, we have power. Why? I think the boat's not on because, yeah, I turned it off. I'm trying to solve things that aren't an issue. A forklift? Alright, let's... Can I trash the forklift on the boat? Can I lift it? Can I look way up? Throw? Oh, I did nothing. Okay, no. This is empty. Shoot. Let's just grab some crap off the ground. Might as well toss some metal on board. Even if it falls in the water, who cares? Just while I'm here. Alright, but the facility should not be dark. Because we were already upstairs. We saw where that comes from. What's going on? That is on... I went through here, right? No, this is something that doesn't lead anywhere. Alright, cool. Something goes up a shaft. You can maybe drop down and break your legs. Dank. Love breaking the legs. Leg breaker. Alright, that's closed. Not gonna grab that. Let's just run back through this then. Oh jeez, come on, can we have a good jump? Jump. Alright. What up, Doc? Well, glad these are charging. Let's connect this to here. I saw something on the ground, let me grab that real quick. Is this output? Grab cable? No. Grab cable? Oh, no. Is that on? Nothing. See, that's the issue. When we talk about issues, that's what we call the issue. Input only. So we'll only draw from the batteries or pass through. What is going on? Like that should be feeding it, you know? Just gonna feed that? No. Let's just do equalize. I don't even... The hell? Is it dark outside or is it something? Let's just do equalize. No. You know what? Actually, let's just unplug. Plug it into myself. Am I feeding the outside? Just doesn't make sense. So I'm slowly charging myself. Barely. Alright. Actually, just drop that. This is exhausting. Input. Okay, cool. Can we get battery off of that? What is going on? Why does that not work? That is up. Is there some... Does this still need to be repaired? Durability 0? Okay, this is why. Gosh damn it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Got it all figured out. Alright. Maybe put that to equalize. Well, right now it's going to be feeding in. Let's pick that up. Put that on there. We don't want equalize because actually... Why is that? Yeah, I was going to say, why is that not going? We want to feed that, which... So equalize will say it'll go either way. Input, there... We don't want any... Well, do we? Just to pad these batteries if need be? No. So at this point... Solar panels feed into this box. We want it to charge the battery, or if we need to pull from the battery, come the other way. So we'll leave that one at equalize. So right now the building doesn't need the extra power, but this is feeding the building. Alright, and guess what? Yeet. Oh, and I have a little bonus feature here. We can also grab the table. I like that you can just grab tables. Most of this world is destructible. Not destructible, but interactable. Alright. Let's do a quick save. Hold V for Victor. Let's connect this to our... Oh, we're fine. Sure. No. Actually, don't waste electricity on lights. Let's connect ourselves to this for a second. Equalize input. Once that's full, alright, because we were quite low. We want to use Q to retract that cable. We hadn't been able to open this. What's going on? No, we were in here. We had been... Yeah, we had been able to open that. Alright. Here's something else that looks like we can just... Yeet! Let's grab this computer. A very old computer. A very old computer, might I add, that nobody has CRTs. Cathode ray tube is what CRT stands for. Might as well take some plastic, toss it on the boat. I mean, it could all be in the water. We have, well, I have no idea. You guys might be like, yeah, that's definitely in the water. You stupid idiot. But sometimes that's just what I deal with. Anachrome. Oh, Anachroma said they couldn't hear me. That might have been back when I was having trouble with my audio. I thought I did fix it. I do see the meters jumping on the stream. And are you able to hear me at this point? Repair the boat's diesel engine optional. Oh shoot, that would mean I'd have to... Oh, bad dog. Yep, we're fixed. Alright, cool. So far, I'm pretty impressed with the graphics of this. I don't know that I need to go to this end of the building. I don't know that I want to plug into anything else. Use the recycler, okay. So we'll at least work on that. So, for the record, I'm into building games, crafting, that sort of thing. There are certain economy type games that feel a bit overwhelming and it's just kind of a pain in the ass, and that sucks. But from just the basic looks of the game, I was like, I'll give it a try. Um, I, I'm glad that they didn't put a big emphasis on the word crafting in the whole description. I'm fine with crafting. Obviously, you have to deal with that. But crafting is not the point of this game. Crafting is kind of a byproduct so far. I mean, granted, I'm still playing what I had played in the demo. I'll give a bit of an explanation here. 18 meters out of 20 meters, 50 meters remaining. Now, to me, I think that's a bug, being that, let me just test it out. 20 meters, ooh, shit. Well, it says I still have 48 meters remaining, but it does not seem that I do. So what I will do is I will drop this here. What I would like to do, it looks like I have some skills. So I will grab this cable extender and pick this back up. Oh, they don't let me do it yet. Okay. Skills. I want to be able to create the cable extender. How do I do that? I mean, I could always go just create it down there, but if I had one, it would let me do it there. That's fine. So, I'll head down here to the fabricator, plug that in, trying not to use much electricity if I don't have to. I know I didn't turn the boat on, but also trying to, well, I guess now I did connect everything, so I can probably just leave the boat on. Shit. I'm bad at just running upstairs. Boat should be on. Got all this crap around here that I can recycle when I have the time. What was I wanting to do? I wanted an extender. Just one, so we'll hit E to add. Oh shoot, now it's gonna do that. The problem I've seen is when you place an extender, it's gonna be permanently there. I want to create one in my inventory, or create one on the ground live. As you guys saw, I'd like to create it here. Let's try again. Oh, can I just go to build? Oh, nice. Okay, so that's how we do it. E add, and perfect. Alright. I don't want to rotate. I'll just be fine with fabricating. Not escape. Q. Alright. Q will cancel, and I'll swing my crowbar, as one does when they've finished building anything. We'll also just jump on ladders when you don't need to. Anyway, attach. Is that a good input? Also, to be fair, this is going to go downstairs. I'm going to say input only for now, just because this is going to end up leading to the boat, and I don't want to feed the boat back anywhere else. Ooh, you know what would be cool? Just to be kind of create a system. If I can attach this to this battery, we'll feed the battery first. The battery can feed the boat, and once the battery fills up, or once the boat fills up, then we'll be fine. Now, I will also... Ooh, no. I'm going to say those two batteries upstairs were the inputs. So the two batteries upstairs will be the building's batteries. This one I might just use as a boat's... Damn. That's a lot of... Well, it was a lot of input. Now it's not. Why... What's going on? Wagwan! Wagwan, me boy! Alright, well, this battery... Alright. Maybe I'll let it actually equalize just so the building doesn't die. Or maybe that's a bug in programming for pathing of the electricity. Equalize seems to be okay. Still a little bit scared. At the very least, equalize is gonna just, like, that's a battery connected to another battery, so if anything, they're all gonna... That might actually be the better move. Yeah, there's a closer battery, but that just means I got one battery down here, two up there. They're all set to equalize between them. That might actually be the better move. What do we got here? We're full. I could disconnect, but actually now I can show this, at least in the demo. This is what I did, was connect a little bit of power, as one does. Connect a little bit of power, flip that shit on, and just start tossing shit into here. Throw it across the room, throw it across the room. Now, they want me as an optional objective to upgrade the boat's diesel engine. I'll just throw that along the ground instead of into the thing. I, for the sake of us here, will upgrade the diesel engine, even though it will take materials. We're going to follow it because that's what it wants us to do, even though I know we can complete it without the optional objective. We might as well see what's up. It is somewhat fulfilling to just pick up crap off the ground and toss it into this crusher. That looks intense. It looks very intense. So let's just hold E, grab a bunch of that, and then just keep tossing things across the room into this crusher. It is semi-fulfilling. Granted, it might be nice to just have some button that auto throws all the crap in the crusher, but as they say, shit fam, maybe it's better to have the experience yourself. Maybe I wouldn't even like it as much if one of my friends, as I was playing the demo, also got the demo, and then he tried to pick up a plate, like a plate steel piece, and kind of scoop all of this stuff up. I'll say he got a piece of crap off the ground. He would have been better off just flinging, oh shoot, I'm a turd. He would have been better off just flinging the plate steel in there, grabbing the other piece, and tossing it in. We are gonna have quite a bit of materials though, which I am a big fan of. And this is why we just kind of try and toss it downstairs, because once I can't reach anything else, I'm fine with the recycler, and I'm not gonna deal with it anymore at the moment. We'll have some stuff on board. If we need more materials, we can toss them in there. But this is why I just tossed a whole bunch of stuff off the top bunk and completely missed that. I am no Larry Bird. I could never be Larry Bird. Bird is one of the ultimates. Look at all this. We got so much stuff, it's overflowing. What was that? Omega-3? Got a little fish oil or something? Did we just... What did we grind up that gave us some vitamins, dude? Alright, well, let's grab this, because I did also throw this downstairs, toss that in there. Might as well grab this. I'm gonna leave the rest of that over there. Oh, yeet, not successful. Let that get out. Alright, let's roll this cable up. We're not gonna worry about that anymore. Is there anything else in this room? Alright, yeah, I do still have some stuff. I'm not dealing with that now. I'm fine. Full on diesel. We are completely connected with electric. It's going up and down. Now, if we wanted, we could come over here. Cable extender, actually, good point. Let me hit tab. Skills. Actually, it wants us to repair the diesel engine, and the diesel engine is right there. Experience 335 of 350. Fortunately, I don't actually know what else there would be to be able to do that, and I did say I would finish the diesel engine thing. Does that get me enough? Oh shoot, I'm so low actually. get a quick recharge. Alright, so I'll grab that. Did that help? 335. I'm still at 335 experience. That didn't do it. Is picking up anything do it? 338-ish? Okay. So... yeah, actually throwing the rest of this crap in there and picking it up might actually get us to being able to do the diesel thing. Now, extract rubber, 9 of 10 is what they want. Repair the boat's diesel engine, that's 4. I mean, all I have to do is unlock the 1 cylinder upgrade, and then I'll be good. And can create a bunch, because I've got hecky material. 347 to 350, I'm right there. Alright, this might be it then. It's gonna be like a couple of pieces of material. Alright, cool. Skills, we'll just go straight to the diesel engine one. Actually, just click and hold. Cool. And we'll go to the fabricator, and at the moment, turn off. Disconnect that. Let me save this cable. That's already hooked up. Alright. Diesel engine cylinder add. 2, 3, 4. Is it gonna make them? Okay. Might be what I was thinking. Battery cell, optical lens, no. So if we click on that, storage cylinder, alloy frame. So +7. I think this means that's what we're looking for. So storage cylinder and alloy frame. Okay. Click add 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll at least see if it makes those. Diesel engine cylinders. Doesn't, be semi-upset, start working on it, and be upset in my head. Nope. Alright, we're good. So I created 3 and 3. I think we'll see how far it gets. It was at least 3 and 3, so let's grab another one of the... Ooh, why does it still say 2 are pending? We'll see what it does there. So here's the thing, chat. The demo ends with me leaving this building on the boat. I'm gonna need some suggestions, whether they're good or not. I'll make sure I make a save either way in case things go terribly south. A spring beef fax vo some bullshit. Cheap viewers streambo.com. Get out of here, you turd. I hate when just bullshit stuff comes in. We have an alloy frame. Let's make a storage cylinder. E-add. The other one will create itself, and they're already queued, so we'll just let that go. While that's going, let's just grab these, put them over here. Thankfully, you just drop them in. Ooh, piece of candy. Just toss that in the corner, who cares? One's still being made. Here suggestions. So once we head out, I know there are like a couple things. Oh, whoa, what the hell's going on? These bloopy things are... Oh, jeez. We haven't seen those yet, and now I'm... I'm concerned. Well, we're okay for now. While that's not doing anything, let's turn this off. Let's just... Whoa. Chill out. You don't gotta get a boner like that. Alright, retract. Let's finish this in extract rubber 9 of 10. I know that's an optional objective, but how did we not do that? Because there's tires everywhere. Alright. I hear a little bloopy thing somewhere. I don't know where it's coming from. Just gonna grab a tire. we'll go, whoa, bonus tire, hell yeah. This accidental game miscoding, I guess. When we get out to the open water, there's going to be some obvious ones, and I kind of feel like the obvious ones might be, this is where we want you to go. The suggestions would be for just, where should we go? Because we'll be out in the open water. Got that turned off. We don't want to waste, actually, how are we on electricity? Oh, we're fine still. We're completely good. Well, if we are completely good, let me just power up real quick. Now it says I am mad tired, carrying too much stuff. I'm gonna drop off a whole bunch of these things just so I don't overburden myself. I made an extra diesel, or I had it, I picked up one and I didn't use it. That's when you just feel like it. Idiot. Cold. We'll just drop all these things back here, because these will be later crafting materials if we need. Nothing else. We got wires, batteries. Okay. We do have some trash, actually. We will drop. We will drop. We have a basic electric engine cylinder, which we will drop when I'm standing here, so that it will snap in there. So we have an electric engine. We only got 2 cylinders on the electric engine. We got 5 over here. Plastic iron. Oh, you turd. I don't know what all they are. Let's just save our time and grab everything. Fine. It's not saying I'm overburdened this time, so we'll deal with it. Alright, that's good. It is green. In a way, I kind of don't want to use diesel unless I need to, just because we can we actually make solar panels? Yeah, well, it's small, but we can make a solar panel, so there is, go back in generator, kind of just thinking of how we can, if I don't have to use diesel, yeah, I might go slower or any number of things, but diesel is probably a limited resource, whereas electricity, I can at least generate it and recharge. Do we go for some of these others? We only have 2 skill points. Do we grab the pistol? Chad, I'd probably be good with your suggestions here. Do we grab the pistol or some of these other batteries, extenders, cables? Be great to get down to here. Some lights, generator. Well, in the absence of chat suggestions at the moment, ooh, pistol is needed. That's fair. I thought so. Just, I was gonna say, I don't want to use parts that I don't need to use yet, because there may be a need, like, oh, all of a sudden I need a fuel cable specifically, or a fuel cable extender. But it doesn't hurt to have it. I don't think we need more cylinder engine drives. Now, consumable batteries, not necessarily bad. Bad Dog says, yeah, there's plenty of stuff there you can break down, like plenty. There is, but I feel like we have plenty of resources, at least to get out on the water. And having a pistol, yeah, it's electric, but we've kind of built ourselves up with electric. And, you know, without saying it, that's kind of a good point. If we need, do we just go batteries? Yeah. So if we're kind of focusing on electric's renewable. We've kind of built ourselves into being able to just do electric. Um, we'll hold on to those things. We're all built up. We could still use some more electric cylinders. It just means we won't go as fast. Yeah, I think we're okay then. Um, let's disconnect and save this cable. Hold Q to reel it in. While we're here, let's just toss that crap downstairs. Eventually we'll deal with it later. Okay. And we just got more crap up here we can recycle. And more crap. So, I think we are ready to go. Get in there, put a little throttle forward. We'll do 100%. Now, technically, we got a couple cylinders on the electric, so we will do a bit of electricity as we go. We could turn electricity off. I think we actually turned the diesel off, so we're going to go a little slower from a force perspective, but if we're looking at actual physics, we should still be able to get high-end speed over time, just based off of the propeller angles and what we have equipped, but we don't get a choice in propeller angles. We're just talking force able to turn something. So this is what I was asking about. That fish is not chill. I'm not even... I don't want to stop. So we see these basic places ahead of us. I am not inclined to deal with any of the fish yet. They want us to go there, but I'm not sold on it. But at the same time, we've got plenty. I'm gonna leave that on 100% throttle and actually just turn on the diesel engine because we're starting out. We'll see how things are going. We should start scooting. If you guys want to go to the actual first place, fine with that on the left, or we can go straight to the quest point. For some reason, there are mines out here. Hopefully our people laid those. I don't see anything chasing us anymore. Bad Dog, you've been the most vocal in chat recently. Do we go to the quest point, or do we hit up this place on the left here? Fabricate Alumilite solar panel. We can... Oh, shit. What is all this? Oh, and just everything troublesome pops up around us. Yeah, you've seen people do both. That's fair. I mean, some people are... Why deal with the extra when you're really just trying to get over there? If you like to explore, explore with the old smile. I guess if we look at risk perspective, what does the fishing net do? That was not, of course, covered in the demo because the demo was just in that building and then leaving. But you did tell me, so I will make sure it's down. Oh goodness, I almost just tanked it. Drop the fishing net. Scoops up mats. Nice. I need those. Alright. I don't like that. Bad Dog, you got any idea if my electric pistol is gonna do anything against that thing, or is it just worth sailing by at the moment? crashed. Great. Actually, uh-oh. Oh, if I do need my, well, if I do need my pistol, then I need to make sure I craft it. Auto backup, let's get the most recent. Mic audio out again. Can you hear it now? Can you hear it now? Goodness. I mean, we're back here. I'm sure you can hear me again now, but, yeah, I guess I'm not going to grab all the extra stuff now. At this point, I am just going to deal with it. And we will just charge ahead. Oh, yeah, I don't have ship. Not even going to worry about that now. It's a bummer we had to go all the way back there. So let's get a solar panel. Let's get just enough to... it would be nice to fill this up. What are we at? 447. No. We're gonna play a bit of a speed run now. Toss some of this down there. We're just going to turn on the boat and we will recycle some of this, get just enough to level up to the next level, get out of here, and make sure we save. Now, keep in mind this game is still early access, so there are unfortunate events. Hopefully we do not have a series of unfortunate events. Bad Dog, can you hear me now? This is oddly satisfying. I don't know why. Just tossing a bunch of crap in a grinder. Gon' get. But really, we're just trying to get a... We want to be able to make a cable extender. Because we'll have to come from the roof down. I don't know how long that is. Inventory. Yeah, we got plenty of cable. So that and probably the pistol. I'm not going to worry about the diesel engine. That I know is an optional. Dang old optional objective here, but not gonna worry about that. Let's see where we're at. Uh, 314 to 350. It might not be all of this stuff, but gosh damn it. Honestly, I do like that you do have to actually point at it and not just kind of near it to grab it. Shows a bit of accuracy in the programming, accuracy of the choices by the developers. This is still early access, but for being early access, this is pretty decent. I know we're getting some crashes. I have a pretty decent video card. I don't know if it's just overrunning the frames. We'll make sure we save a little more often, just in case it does crash. But the gameplay so far, I really like the crafting aspect. I am very low on electricity. Probably should heal because of that in case I forget it again, as one does. Grab that cable back, Q to roll it up. Do I have some trash? Let's get rid of some of this trash. Good. Actually, I have an electric engine. We will drop that on the engine. And I have a cylinder. Let's drop that here. Nope. No other trash. Okay. Alright, so those are fine. I'm just straight missing. All this, how we doing? No other trash, okay. 325 or 350, we are close. Actually, it says we got some skills, so if we grab that and the, we are pistol 325, we'll get more skill points then. We really just need one more to be sure we can get out of here. Big Dog's saying we need to make sure we have a pistol for the next area. I'm not trying to just swing a crowbar at people who are shooting at me. Now, I don't know that they're shooting at me, but I don't want to find out and be unprepared. You never want to be unprepared for something that you have the opportunity to be prepared for. Is there any more trash? Yes. Boo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, didn't work. Oh, what are you doing here? Come on now. There we go. And just pick up all that. 334. Getting there. Now, this is not just a recycling game. At the very worst, we'll get out of here and just start moving, recycle some of that as we get out. I think we should still have a decent amount of battery. Oh, we got plenty of battery. We're not hooked up. We don't want to break anything. Alright, that's fine. I'll just grab this as we head around there. Actually, how are we on diesel? We are full of diesel. Alright, let's make sure this is all messed up. Let's just repair it. We'll only have 2 cylinders, but we're not trying to fulfill the whole thing. Game crashed when we were on the way in the water before, so we'll be a little more conscious of that now. And just make sure we save a little more often, but also I'm not going to go back and do all of that. Just do a bit where we toss some of this in there, and let's turn that off for now. Oh, I've reached skill level 3. That's what we were looking for. Gun. Bad Dog says we need gun. Cylinder. It doesn't hurt to save 3 skill points, to be realistic. We don't necessarily need any of this other stuff. Dismantle tool sounds useful, battery sounds useful. For now, let's get a wind and a solar. We'll save 2. Enhancers, if you want to get a quick look, chat, put in there what you think we should grab. We got 20 points. I'm only going to choose 5. I'm going to choose a little bit of carry weight, a little bit of vitality, hydraulics, battery, and power management. The other 15 are up to you. another quick look in case you want to take a screenshot or just say drop 15 into something. It's up to y'all. Let's turn that on for the moment. I think actually this is our electric engine, so we should probably make sure that's plugged in there. That's what I do later on. You need pressure, but it's wasted now. Fair? Fair? I should also have my light off. I have been wasting electricity. And now that I'm looking at that, I am just a turd. Let me make sure I heal. Then we'll want to unhook, grab my cable. Let's do a quick backup. And there is power all around this place. You know, I was gonna say, let's just grab that battery. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, hi, thank you. Yeah, I guess that's good then. Let's get out of here. Make sure we got the anchors up. That might have been why we're going a bit slow before. And let's just try and get out of here. As far as I know, this game, what is this game all about? Let me go over here to this computer real quick. So, I think it is space, no. Survival guide. Materials are acquired through looting, fabricator models, I was crafting. That is not the craziest thing that they say. This all seems normal. What is actually crazy is... robotic personnel, no. Quest, no. You're just looking at yourself. Where does it say it? There is something that's kind of like... Bruh. So I say down. No, a lot of this is just basic. Oh, survive. Find human seeds. So this is to save humanity. Place seeds into Lazarus pods. Move Lazarus pods onto Lazarus racks. Grow humans by providing food and memories. So you're going to provide food and memories. And then when a human is ready, move the pod to the rocket. Launch. I don't know where the humans go yet. But you're going to grow humans like you do basil, and then you're gonna give them food and memories and shoot them off somewhere. And I don't know if we're the good guys or bad guys at this point, but the expectation is that we're gonna grow humans and give them some basil and memories. So that's why you pick up a bit of those Care Bears and dangled everything else. Geez, space doesn't exist yet. You might be right. I mean, in this economy, the government's shut down. How can space exist without the government? How can Diana says, wow. Yeah, I'm mostly kidding. How any government can shut down and not understand a future need for money and be able to prepare is beyond me, but I'm also not a politician. I work in IT and play video games. Fabrication. Okay, ooh, actually something with the light over there. They put out a log of, ooh, the next few updates. I wonder if it's pretty cool. Now, that looks like something I'd want to get to. I'm also super afraid of just jumping into open water. That's not just a character thing, that's kind of a personal thing. I am a bit afraid of just jumping into... If this were an open ocean, I have no idea. I have actual no idea, and it scares the hell out of me. We got 3.2 kilowatt hours. New to streaming? No, not terribly. I haven't put out a lot on this Twitch channel or my YouTube, but shoot, I would say my first stream was probably 15 years ago, but I guess it would be most accurate to say I'm not a frequent streamer. But more lately, I've just kind of enjoyed checking things out and being like, hey, I think other people would be interested, because those are also the sorts of things that interest me when somebody's like, you know, doing streams, and I'm like, oh, how is this game, or how is this game, and then eventually I'm like, oh, I don't know, this person did something interesting, or they were funny. I don't necessarily expect to be a personality, as they would say, but I do hope to just get some games and to do things that other people didn't have to pay the money to do, if that answers your question. We could go to that nav beacon. That's our building back there. We will have to turn kind of sharply. Now, at the very least, let's take care of how much energy we do have. Because without a consistent electricity source, I kind of do just want to make sure. I think this might actually work well to get me up there. I want to make sure we can get electricity up here. Don't fall off. Yes, okay. So what we want to do is, let's try and build one of these. We need a solar cell, connector parts, and alloy frame. Solar cell, connector parts, alloy frame. Build one of those. Let's we've got the ladder's on the left, so can we build this to where it is on the right? Oh, E, not click, E. Alright, so we will have one. Q cancel. Actually, I could maybe make a new one. Yeah, you're interacting really well. That's why I ask. Because new streamers don't interact that well. Well, so Diana, to be fair, I feel like a lot of people talk to themselves, or maybe in their head talk to themselves. There's a bit of self-consciousness that comes with talking to yourself, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. And I think what I try and think of, I guess it's more subconscious when I'm actually on camera, but when I'm watching a stream, I want to know what they're thinking about, why they're doing something, and maybe just their kind of unconscious reactions. And I think a lot of it is if you bring your unconscious into the conscious. I don't mean to sound, far out, bro, but it's really just if you just be yourself outside of your head, which is kind of hard actually. I would rather not be myself in general. There are a lot of better, more fun people than I, or just, I don't know, my friends are really cool. I like them a lot more than I like myself. But I think if a lot of people are just more honest with that sort of thing, it's not that I don't like who I am. I'm just going to be honest as I connect this cable to the medium battery. And I say switch mode equalize. Those are only outputs, so actually I want this to be on input only. And I mean, I'm just... I can understand it's not as just kind of second nature, but feel like everyone talks to themselves in their head a little bit, and that's really all you're doing, is just saying, I'm gonna put this over here. Oh, that's turned sideways. Will it make it through the door? Kinda. You have to be talking a lot, and so kind of it's just, if you're talking to yourself all the time in your car, oh, you'd be fine at streaming, because you just talk nonstop. We've saved batteries, or that's diesel. We've saved batteries. Oh, you know what we should do? We should save ourselves. Hold V, quick backup. I didn't even need to hit E. Let's just reel that back in. Getting a little low. I am curious how our battery of the boat is doing though. So we're going to draw from that to recharge ourselves, but let's reel that in. Where can we check that more simply? Yeah, we plugged it in down here. Do we have a light coming in? We've got some watts-ish. Oh, no. I work in IT. You'll never hear on the stream what my actual job is or where I work. Diana says, so you just streaming for fun? You want it to be big? It would be really cool if it was big. I work in IT. I've worked in IT for about 14 years, doing data centers, stuff like that. I left a right in the middle size company, doing IT and doing kind of the data center infrastructure side of things. If I was going to leave, I was either there were just not many companies right in the middle. They get bought up by other places. I was either going to have to go to a Google, Amazon, Microsoft sort of data center and go large and just kind of be another person, or I was going to have to go to a smaller place that, you know, could kind of use me for that and feel like I was doing more. So that's what I did. Was I left there after 13 years, went smaller, and I'm at a place where I get to shut my door. I have my own office. Our CEO works in the same building and comes by pretty much every week and talks to everybody. Our janitors have their own office. His sort of philosophy is like, having your own office gives you ownership of your job. You feel like you belong. You feel like you're part of something. You feel like you have something there. The same way I have my little room where I got my screens. You know, I got my scotch, my 12-year scotch here. Got my you know, jerseys back there. This gives me ownership of this space, but where I work now is smaller. I'm not, of course, working at Google or Microsoft, but I don't think I'd be as happy there. But I am very happy where I'm at. I'm in IT, I make good money, and I enjoy what I do. I'm good at it, and it's very interesting. So I don't think I would ever stop doing something like that gives healthcare. Streaming doesn't give healthcare. It doesn't give paid time off. In fact, streaming can be a pain in the ass. If you do it kind of as I do, of just here and there as I am playing, and, you know, don't mind talking the entire time I'm playing. It is a bit more involved because I'm not just playing. I have to be conscious that, you know, there's other things going on. But I enjoy it, but no, I would not see it becoming a full-time thing for me unless it just meant that I'm now doing this more often, but not necessarily being a PewDiePie personality per se. Now, I don't know if I like how easy it is to kill those. We'll see how combat goes. From what I've seen, it can be quite problematic and upsetting. so we can't put this in our inventory. Can I toss this on the boat? Did my boat drive away? Did my boat drive away? Did I not oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Okay. I need to make sure that's not still in gear. Uh-oh. Yeah, well, also not dying to these dang blobs. Go on, get! Diana will have to go. Hope you have a great day and stream ahead. Great, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by. I can't pick that up either. I'm just gonna have to toss it. I'd rather it be in my inventory. I'd rather that boat be closer, but might as well grab a few things while we can and just toss them overboard. Ooh, what is this? Petrol. We have not gotten actual. Oop. Well, I guess we won't, will we? Great. Good job, Tiger. You turd. Now I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? I guess maybe we'll just say this is... I'm gonna pull the boat around here later, so we'll grab some rubber in case we need it. Just use this. Basketball. We should probably shoot the basketball just to make sure we're not oh, okay. We should probably shoot the basketball and make sure we make it. Nope, we didn't. We do have to make the basket. Oh, it's trying to pick up other thing. Let's try again. Come on. Oh, goodness. Alright. Obviously, this game isn't real life because I'm so good in real life. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. You gotta be kidding me. You have to actually be kidding me. Like, you aren't partially kidding me. The physics of this game allow that. Well, they do allow a second basketball, thankfully. This is insanity. Come on. Well, if you want to do customization for your game, I can do it professionally. Dang, Diana. Well, I will keep that in mind, because I do not know, well, I know some basics, but yes, I would appreciate that. And if I get, you know, a few more people watching that, you know, want a bit more professionalism than just me trying to make a basketball and miss all the time, I will certainly get a hold of you. Get in! Alright, I'm the best. I'm the best at basketball, obviously. Yeah, bad dog. I mean, it didn't need to happen. It's not part of the game. It's a personal thing. You know, when you start doing something, you're like, this should be something I can do. And then you start to do it and you're like, wow, I guess maybe this isn't my thing. But, you know, it's a personal thing. If you don't do it, then you're never gonna do it. And there's no reason, ooh, I can loot that. That's probably a memory. There's no reason not to try. Oh, shoot. I forgot about little gumballs here. Oh, yeah, Diana. You think she was just trying to... you think she was doing a sales pitch? Is that what you're saying? Oh no, everyone's blowing up on me here. Yeah, that's fair. Well, here's the thing. It cost me nothing to still kind of be nice about it. If not, you know, bummer. But it doesn't really affect me. I'm here because this is an interesting game, and I've watched plenty of videos from other games that I'm like, how does this game work? Is this any good or something? And I don't mind being one of those people. Yeah, 110%. I get it. I guess it's just kind of my philosophy in general of the whole, like, somebody may have bad intentions, but if it doesn't hurt me, it's fine. And if she did come by just to watch it and give a legitimate offer, then very nice of her. But here's the thing, if I do ever need some customizations for my channel, I mean, I only have one source at the moment, right? I mean, that's what we got. Oh, geez, why are there so many gumballs in here? I am running low on electricity. I need to get back to that boat. I need to move it back here. Swing. Goodness. Alright. Come on now. Come on now. We got plenty of metal around here. Ooh. How do I get up there? Up and over. Yeah, I need to get the boat first. Where's the boat? Can I jump? I can jump. Ooh, I can get hurt. Let's start with a little plug-in. Alright. Also remember the whole rear of the boat. The stern is full of crap plug-ins. Alright, got that. Got a little heal real quick because I jumped off a bunch of stuff. Get a little bit more of a Glenlivet 12 Jamaica edition. It's a pretty nice scotch. E and Q. We don't need Q here. We did actually just heal. Let's make sure we do a quick backup now that we are healed up. We don't need any of those. Now, there were some batteries up there. Plug in and save. Yeah, you and me both. If I didn't do that, I'm glad at least you were telling me. Because if I forget and the game crashes just because it's early access again, it'll be a bummer, but like many things in life. Ooh, 18-year Jameson. So here's the thing. I've been to Ireland and Scotland a couple times. The band that I'm in fact, this last year we went in July and August. Actually this year we didn't go to Ireland, unfortunately. We want to pull up on that side. But we did land in Scotland, and we played a cider festival in London, or outside of London, and it wasn't Blagden, it was somewhere around there. Diana says, if I have to, I'll ask for his socials or anything. Well, not here to prove anything. Think what you want to. I mean, Diana, it's a fair point. Bad Dog is incredulous, or suspicious, I will say. But no, I don't know what really benefits somebody who's trying to. I'll finish the sentence, but then I kind of in my head, when I say it out loud, I'll give you a counterpoint. I don't know what benefit somebody would get from trying to, get a little professional money off of somebody who only has, a few viewers, kind of a low-time streamer. But then at the same time, when I was saying that in my head, I was thinking, you know what? I mean, realistically, if somebody's looking to take off their page, wouldn't they be looking for some help maybe if that's not their thing? Now, to be fair, I do have a bunch of friends, actually pretty much everyone in my band works in digital marketing, but not necessarily in the streaming arena. So, they might not be the best ones. If I need a website, yeah, cool. Or, search engine optimization. So, yeah, I feel it. There are always people who want to make money off of other people, and to be fair, if you have the opportunity, that's kind of what sales is. And you'll have people come up to your door or whatever. But no, I didn't necessarily feel like Diana was going that route of I'm just somebody out of nowhere sort of thing. But either way, I wouldn't treat Diana any differently. Everyone's got to make their money, and if I do need a service, well, shoot, I might not. And in fact, I do not have any other service for what Diana is talking about providing. So, a fair point and a decent sales opportunity. Now, ZFIYKH, bestviewersstreambo.org. Now, yeah, that is a problem. Spamming my services without even knowing the man. Nope. No, I think Bad Dog was just being careful slash, suspicious. And it seems like Diana was being, genuine about the offer and opportunity. Is there anything else on this oil rig? I feel like outside of beating up that guy, I'll grab these canisters and the stuff I threw down here, but I don't think there is anything else to really take with. Bad Dog, I don't even know what your services would be. What services would you... If you were to cultivate an online service, what would your service be? I almost hate to ask, but it's not like a million people are going to see some upsetting thing you say. I can loot a basketball? Well, I absolutely will loot a basketball then. I don't want that. I'll grab this and we'll just call this one a day. We'll head on to the quest zone. Glad to hear that, Diana. Well, I mean, to be fair, you were the one that offered the services first. Bad Dog hadn't said anything, so if I were to choose a service provider, I knew you first. Why would I choose anyone else? But no, I didn't get the impression Bad Dog was trying to provide any services or be here just for that purpose. And to be fair, I didn't get that feeling from you either. Just a fair assessment. I think these days everyone is suspicious of... Why am I going backwards? There we go. Everyone is suspicious of somebody who offers something. There's always a desire for money. Nobody's going to do anything for free. Well, I mean, there's a small segment, but that is because then you will now be first one's free. Of course, that's how business goes. Build the customer base, charge customer base, pay your bills. I have no problem with that. Bad Dog says, I've worked some of the larger Twitch streamers with code, graphics, music for their streams, but I don't advertise myself. And I will say, to be fair, to show up at a, kind of, I won't say early streamer, but somebody who doesn't really... It's been 15 years, but I do not have a lot of viewers usually, of course. And I don't do a ton of streams. Historically, I've been doing more recently, but yeah. Oh goodness. Hello mate, you stream pretty cool. That's why I followed. I would love to be a fan of yours if you don't mind adding me on Discord. Easy fan. Sundaisy, I usually don't follow back on Discord. Primarily because it does expose a more personal and direct way to get in touch with me, which in a way is good from a personal aspect, but from a spam and I guess personal safety aspect, I usually don't follow people back, so I won't be doing that. Bad Dog just here chilling out. I follow the evidence, new account. I know how people like Diana operates, and I've looked at their blank profile or socials. I didn't just specca out of my ass. Fair. Zindazy is another one. Oh, Zindazy for sure. Dana Barrett just gave you a little more chatter. Well, and Bad Dog either way. If Diana has something to offer, great. I I'm not really, leaning towards anything in any direction. Being that I'm in IT and try not to give up too much about my personal life, but IT architecture and that sort of thing, I don't jump into anything, and there's always a risk-based approach to everything I do. So unless it's a necessity, that is something I really need to have, just don't tend to jump in anything. What the hell? Why do I have a full diesel container up here? Gone get. But at the same time, why are you coming at me? Did I say something or do something to you? Zendaya is 1 day old. Oh yeah, Zendazy. That's obviously not. Yeah, Zendazy's not a thing. But Bad Dog. I will say though, from a Diana perspective, I don't have any concern from that. If anything, I mean, I'd rather just Diana get to say their pitch and watch the stream, get a sale, whatever ends up working from typical aspects. How am I -1 electric cable? Doesn't make any sense. Streamer asked me for some. Ooh, nods and smiles. Bad Dog says, if a streamer asked me for something after looking at my profile, I'd bring it up. But just join a channel and in 5 minutes start to advertise. Fair. But I mean, realistically, at this very moment, there are 3 viewers. I've been live for an hour and 40 minutes. I mean, if I was trying to be big time at it, fair questions to ask though. Also, Diana says, are you trying to be full time at this, or you whatever? Well, if I was trying to be full time, I'm not doing a good job so far. So, I mean, to those that need a service that would cover that and kind of make it a bit more full time-ish, maybe it would work for them. Made it. Nice. Oh, dude, I'm so good at basketball. Oh no. Oh, what are these? What are those? Those are not what I was fighting before. Something is still lighting up ahead of me. Alright, get some space. I should have made that gun. Oh no, there are more. There are more. Run. Let's put them behind you. What's going on? Okay, good. No! I somehow threw that over the other boat. Oh man, I'm so strong. I don't really need more metal. I'll just toss it over there. If it doesn't make it, alright, made it. Let's find more useful stuff. What is that? Probably a memory. Alright, we're not gonna grab all this plastic and metal, even though we could loot everything here. Let's just get the useful stuff. If we need to get... What is going on there? Let's try and whoop their ass through the wall. Maybe a bit of a, see more stuff coming at me over there. Grab. Here we go. Maybe a bit of a early access glitch. Actually, can I build while I'm here? Gun, electric pistol, add. Waiting for materials. Oh no. Can I build while I'm out here? That is the question. Battery cell. Add. Oh! I can build myself? Okay. Battery cell, alloy frame, connector parts, conduit wiring. Conduit wiring. Did I already do the alloy frame? No. Alloy frame and connector ports. Connector ports. Okay. Nice. I'm afraid of going over there. Where's the pistol? Where's the pistol? Said it built it. No. Still waiting? I just built all those things. I just built all those things! Where'd they go? Yeah, I know I got those scraps, but there were 4 things that would have dropped, or that I would have picked up. Yeah, electric pistol. There it is. Had to go over there. Add to holster. 2? Okay. Let's see how can I... Alright, so if I right click it does that. I don't have any... Goodness. Q cancel? No, usually in these sorts of things games pause. Small battery. I think we'll save all that. Yeah, we won't need pressure until we, I would imagine, go underground or into something like that. Let's do our battery and power management, especially Hall Mastery and Vitality. Still have 2 unused skill points, but I don't necessarily want to use those yet. Now we can attach here and just get some power. Nothing. There's nothing here. Grab metal canister, throw it in the ocean. Now, I can't even shoot that. Those look like heated lamps, and for some reason, yes, we can melee. Let's just grab this real quick. This is electricity. Reel it in. Connect self. There's nothing here. I do not want to equalize, so we would have to connect my electric pistol to something. Is he coming after me? Come on, bruh! Whack. And actually, that was a bit slow. Let's go quicker. How often do I stream, by the way? I wouldn't say there is any real frequency. I like doing it when I have maybe something interesting to stream. I need aluminum. Oh, I don't need to fix that. I'll save that stuff. I guess because I don't rely on it, I only stream when I kind of feel like it's something I would watch. A game that I hadn't heard of, try and be unique or something. content that might be useful to me at that very moment. I mean, I was pretty good at basketball. Let me toss this. Yeah, don't go over. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, I'm very good at basketball. I'm good at boat skitball. I think that would be boat skitball at this point. Ooh, some more stuff. A little hidden on this ledge that you wouldn't normally get up on because it's kind of useless. Can't get up anywhere else. Can I just toss this over there? Gon' get! Nice. I'm a bit worried about hopping inside. What I can do, let's connect this to the building. Come on. That one works. Oh, you again. Terminated. Goodness. Alright. Well, as you can imagine, that is upsetting, but now I know I just head straight over there. And what to pick up, and who to start punching in the head. And also to just get straight back and either charge or back up. Bad Dog, what do you do for work? But turn down my throttle a little bit so I can run downstairs and maybe recycle some of this. Bad Dog's like, I sell customization services to streamers. Graphics, code, music, fair. And is that to streamers, services, sorts of things, or I mean, graphics, code, music could be very broad. Websites, I mean, shoot, there's very broad actually. Graphics, code, music could be for any number of things. I'm a little concerned that I'm only at 1.7 kilowatt hours. Also, it doesn't look like I'm feeding battery down. I feel like I need to get a little bit more electricity going. I am just losing battery. I haven't really done much with streamers lately. Right now my focus is on EV charging related businesses. What sort of music do you make for an EV charging business? Are you just, I guess, are you in marketing in general then, where you'll create whatever the department needs to sell the EV service? Kinda hard to dock these things. This girl is a whale. We work with Gold Star Automobile Companies. I'm sure you mean like blue chip companies. When I think Gold Star, I'm like, oh, Gold Star quality. And it's like, well, quality is up in the air. But yeah, I think 13 things in my head at the exact same time, and I never know how to deal with myself. Alright, now I'm building apps for EV chargers. What language do you use for EV chargers? I would imagine you're not using Terraform, Python, or PowerShell, which is what I use most commonly these days in infrastructure. Broken robot? Hell, probably wouldn't hurt to have a little robot over there. Blue chip is fine, yeah. The same as I won't tell you my company, because then you'll know who I am. But yeah. I mean, that can also be a security issue as far as if I find out what name you use on streaming or something, and then look up your code base on GitLab or GitHub. In a major car dealership, we handle fabrications, lighting, signage as one division, so we're now branching into EV space with them as well. That is a fair branch. I mean, from the rest of the things you mentioned, those are already a solid standard market competitor. And so if you are adding something like EV charging, that's a pretty decent market to get into, and so why not? There's not really any reason not to look at it outside of initial capital investment. But if your company has enough, I guess, I don't want to say loose cash flow, it's not like people just have money hanging around per se, but capital from investments, cash flow, whatever it is, to toss into that, then that went right downstairs. That was a perfect throw. Hate my comp, but it's a paycheck for now. Yeah, I can understand that. I enjoyed the company I worked for 13 years doing IT. It was a financial institution, and I mean, to be fair, if you are good at something, you can make 30% more, 50% more doing this exact same thing somewhere else. But there is something about job security and just being solid in what you do that it's hard to leave. It made me never want to stop doing what I was doing with that company, just because why would I? I'm doing fine. You know, why do anything else? Positive cash flow, no loans. Dude, for a decently large company, or at least a company especially dealing in tech that you're talking about, that's no loans and just all essentially your own equipment and stuff. That's good. I mean, your company is going to be solid for quite a while. What am I doing? Battery cell? I just need alloy frame. How infantile the code is for chargers. I think coming from a... Oh shit! I'm just distracted. Coming from a coding aspect myself, I don't think I'd be surprised, but yes, I would expect these things to be like... I mean, you have approval process, you have all this sort of stuff, but at the end, it is still just saying, is voltage X? Are we providing X current? Yeah, it can be fairly straightforward. I mean, a battery is a battery. the voltage is just kind of what differs, and the chemical makeup, whether it's lithium ion, nickel metal hydride. What is that sound I'm hearing? Hopefully it's that guy. Obviously we aren't using nickel metal hydride, nickel cadmium that much these days at all, really. It's pretty much all lithium ion, but then you have lithium polymer sulfates and stuff, and of course they all have different charging profiles. I am worried that this boat is not going to be able to keep up with battery. I work for a company that tithes 10%, has 4 ministers on staff. It's basically an old school Android APK. Dude, I don't even remember some of the old like Android mods I would put on back before I was like, you know what? I just want my phone to work all the time, and I am not too worried about what is that? I'm not worried about that. I'm going to stay away from that. I'm going to plug myself in. These respawn constantly at night. Okay, good. I just don't want to get into too much concerning stuff here. So that's fine. What was I looking for? Oh, I needed to finish building the pistol. Did I not build it? No, because I created one each. Like, it can work on a Pi. Oh, of course. The logic is not intense. I mean, it's really what makes it enterprise grade is the materials of the batteries of the car, the materials of the batteries of the charger. Like, the code itself is just saying, what are the battery conditions? You know, you're maybe monitoring temperature, you're maybe monitoring a number of things there, but those are all inputs to an equation or into a logic loop, and you're just consistently checking that some amount of times per second, per minute. Like, it's, yeah, it doesn't have to be that complex, but it's really important to people, which is the fun part of it, is that, like, you know, what you do goes out there and matters. You know, it doesn't matter like a nurse, but so many people compare it to, you know, policemen, doctors, stuff like that, and it's like, man, everyone does not have to be a police officer or a doctor or a dang old nurse or something. Like, you can be admirable in those jobs, but it's not like anyone's gonna know recyclable, not like anyone's gonna know that I do what I do, but I don't think it's about making a difference that way. It's just about enjoying what you do, being good at it if you can be. If you can't be good at it, at least just get paid for it and don't lose your job. That's all that really matters. Yeah, pretty simple stuff. Just use OCPP 1.6. I support my team. That's good enough for me. My job is to make their job easier. Okay, so you are in management then. That's good. I've always said about managers, whenever I've worked in a supervisory role, I'm going to connect this to the pistol so I can charge that. Pretty much exactly what you said. Make their job easier, but if I think of from financial institution, maybe not just lending, but if I think of, say, the way banks work, a teller pretty much does everything. They make the money. Now you might have customer service representatives that actually do the loans. Once you make the loan, that's it. There's no more interaction besides they just keep paying you money. And the managers of the tellers, the managers of the customer service representatives, they make a little bit more than the tellers or customer service representatives. My issue is that being a manager does not necessarily make you better than someone else. I'm not saying you said any of this. I'm just kind of making a general statement. As a manager, you're just there to get them what they need to keep making the money. And then you get up to a middle management, a senior management, dang old CEO. Like, some people complain about how much CEOs make. I have never been a CEO, so I can't pretend to know what that's like, but I think in general you just need to get the layer below you what they need to do their job, and then that group is getting the layer below them what they need to do their job. I mean, I don't know, it's, in a way it doesn't seem that, I'll say it doesn't seem that complicated, but that doesn't mean it's not that hard. If that makes sense, or is a fair assessment, I don't know. Not really, I'm right hand of the director. I just make app scripts to make things easier, like tools to generate reports so they aren't doing it manually. I don't want underlings. Dude, fair. Having to fill out... Uh-oh, I gotta back up real quick. Having to fill out yearly reviews, having to tell somebody some shit they don't want to hear when it's your job to just tell people things they don't want to hear, that sucks. So yeah, it helps. I don't know. It's just such a hard tightrope to walk of being a respected manager. I try not to use the term boss because I think it has a negative connotation, but to be a respected manager of people and say, hey, this is what we're needing to do. This is the time frame we have. This is how much we can spend on doing it. And if you can do that, then we're all good. No issues. If you can't do that, I'm going to have a conversation I don't want to have. And feel terrible about it when I get home. Like, it's tough to go through that. Dude, if I've started 2 companies, but not like started companies. Like, I just created corporations to do X or Y things. And it's not easy. Like, I didn't have any employees outside of the people that were actually, like, doing the stuff. Again, I won't get into specifics because I don't want you to know my whole life. But yeah, it can be tough. Those who start their own business, I mean, anyone can start their own business for like $35 and literally call themselves a CEO. They literally are a CEO, but it doesn't make you special. The way your people feel about you, the way your business operates, and the ethics you hold as that position are what make you special. Picked up a fair amount of stuff. I guess I don't know what my mental next... Oh, that's in the water. I don't know what my mental next step is here from a development perspective. I did open up fabricators, which I have on the boat, have a recycler on the boat. I have all these things on the boat. Organic materials and electricity. It kind of seems like electricity is going to keep being more important. Maybe I'll check back on the boat. Might make another electric engine. I don't know. I don't need this light on. I am killing my electricity by just leaving a light on in the daytime. What a turd. Try not to do that anymore. Some memories. What is that? What are you? Yeah, let me grab that. What is that? Let me grab that. What are you doing? Let me grab that. What are you doing? Let me grab that. Jump. Alright, so we're up here. Oh, that looks bigger than the others. That's also bigger than the others. Let's try and just start taking some shots at some of these things. Who cares, right? Charge up. Shoot. Is that how it works? Is this a proximity pistol? Oh, this is a proximity. Oh, and it wipes them out. Oh, fam. Hell yeah. Okay. I like that. Where did that go? Okay. Where's the boat? Where's the boat? Where's the boat? Where's the boat? Well, that's good for close range, but maybe not so great for long range. Let's just toss that there for now. We'll toss that on the boat. I don't need any extra crap. Stop grabbing extra crap. Ooh, alloy. Ooh, I'm low on electricity, but that electricity doesn't come from this gun, so wish there was light out, because I think that is not doing anything because there's no light. Now, because this is an early access and also it's a very new game, I don't know if I'm going to need to come back here, because if I was going to come back here at some point, probably just put up a wind generator, break my legs, you know, and just hang out here the rest of my life. Hopefully I can make it back on that boat. That my legs are messed up. Oop. Dropped it. Just don't explode. You'll be fine. Actually, I wonder if I can repair that. No, I can't. So... Shoot. I hope when something's on fire, that doesn't mean it's gonna explode. Well, it hasn't yet. I definitely need to recharge. And here I go to recharge. Medium battery, connect to myself. Let's get some charge. Equalize, no. Input, no, not that way. Output. I'll take all the boat has. Alright, the boat has not very much. That is not ideal. Let's put you over there. Let's get a quick heal. Great. Drop that off. Let's get a... Actually, let's just do V for a quick backup. Drop it. Shoot, why is the boat not producing very much? Actually, I'm kind of burdened, which will cause me to use additional electricity. Let's drop off any trash we have here. Drop, 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 drop. That's all good, that's all good. I have an extra alloy frame. I'm just gonna hold on to that for now. I could recycle stuff. I don't need materials at the moment. What I need is to find out why we aren't producing electricity. Here, I gotta jump up there, so. There we go. I am producing some. 2 kilowatt hours, alright, that's pretty good. 2 kilowatt hours is more than not a watt hours. But I mean, it's, alright, fair. What would we need to build more of these? Or 900 in optimal electricity, 5 watt hours, 5 watt hours. Okay. Turbine blade versus solar cell, pretty much the same thing, just, alright. I think I kind of just, I hope this boat doesn't get blown up in some storyline or something, but I am going to kind of just go for it. I'm not going to kind of go for it, I'm going to go for it and build that there and cancel. And I'm going to build another solar panel and I'm going to build it right here. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Cancel. I just grab that and alright, I'll reel it in. It's not that far. Let's see if I can build that again. E, add. Yeah, okay. So, oh shoot. No, fine. We'll deal with it. Let's figure it out. Figure it out together. I can't daisy chain these, but I do wonder if I can connect 2 of them into that. This can take 3. So that's 3 right there. If I have to, I'll build a cable extender off to the side. Just deal with it. Waiting for solar cell connector ports. Bigger batteries. Fair. I mean, the boat itself has a medium battery. I think the issue at this point... Oh no, I just canceled it. I think the issue at this point is just the input. Like, there is no solar input besides that one panel. So if I place that here, fabricate, and then, oh, not that, waiting for solar cell or connector ports, build, connector ports, E, and actually I'll need that for the other one, and solar cell for this one. Oh no, I don't want to, abort G, yes, yeah, because I don't want to waste that. E for solar cell. Waiting for solar cell. Alright, cool. This one is turbine blade alloy frame. Build. Turbine blade alloy frame. I got one. Oh, I got both. Okay. E. And I already built one of the other, so. By the way, that person is just a salesperson. They're 4 months old on social media, and their entire portfolio is other people's work they just grabbed off the interwebs. That's fine. I am not just going to be buying into or allowing somebody to just, I mean, I'll allow somebody to pitch me something, you know, I'm not upset with that, but yeah, I get where you're coming from. It's just, if they want to have their say and, you know, try what they can, great, because at the end of the day, it just doesn't affect me. Now, if they're Bitcoin people, they might got some money. They might have a Lamborghini. But no, that doesn't get me a Lamborghini, so fair point. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's just I'd rather them just they're actually helping me by being a viewer. Yeah, protect the smaller streamers, dude. Welfare, not welfare. Well, kind of welfare, but yeah. I am not going to just be jumping into something, and of course wait, where's that going? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't do it for me from them. If I need something, I will find it. If somebody offers it, great, cool, but yeah. As they ask the right questions of, are you trying to be X, Y? Are you trying to, you know, get to this point? No. I like playing games. and if somebody else can just figure out if they like a game for free, or maybe just like the interaction or something, then yeah, I've done what I needed to. This should be making an output. This is a good panel. What is going on? Where's the dang old sun? Oh, is it because there's craps in front of it? It might be, and that might be upsetting. Well, if I can't charge that, then I'll have to use batteries. It would have to be the front one. Alright, let's try this first. I need aluminum. Because this shit happens all day with them. I hear you. I tried to keep it civil enough. It's a script. But yeah, I get how a viewer is a viewer. I mean, yeah, for me, if somebody, if they're trying to pitch something, like they're at least on the stream, and it's not about getting viewers for me, of course. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, what's the problem with my, hell, X or Y? I don't know. I could put compelling titles on. I could be a bit more edgy on certain things. I think people connect more with personal interaction, things that they can relate to. If you don't want to watch somebody play this game, then, you know, I would hope you wouldn't be on the stream. Now, if it's like, oh, I like this person's personality, there are streamers like that I'm like, they're just kind of fun. Yeah, I get that. But, yeah, a lot of things aren't for everyone. I am worried that if I plug this in, this has given no output, which is surprising. This building seems important. This thing here seems important. I'm inclined to just plug it into my damn boat, because my boat does have actual output. Actually, can I create a wind turbine blade, connector parts, alloy frame, turbine blade, connector parts, alloy frame, connector ports? Yeah, alright, we'll do that. Let's get another wind turbine up there, but that means yeah, I think we'll need another cable extender. Don't do it down here. We want it up there. Jump on the tire. Jump up here. Jump up here. Yeah, let's get a little more professional with this. Because I could see this being a longer term need. Build. Let's build the cable extender right here. Ish. And what we'll do, try and get it as square as we can. Fabricate. Now, let's take each one of these, this one into that. Let's take this one, reel it in, and put it into this side. And then when we make a third, we'll make a third. That's fine. Now this one is producing because it's wind energy. Do I have an inventory of that? No, I created that. Alright. Build. And let's build that right there. Now, this I think will eventually just be the overall aggregator for aggregators, but at the moment, let's just put, I don't like that because they'd be crossing, so for any OCD people, let's make sure that things that are next to each other are next to each other and things that are crossing are crossing. Let's reel this up. Those do not cross. They go next to each other and lead into there. This one, if we add a third panel, it'll be here and go into that. So let's take that output and put it on the far side. Now we don't want to equalize. This is always input. Those are always input. Yep. And then we have a space for a third. These are outputting power now. What is our... Ooh, 2 kilowatt hours? I mean... I was going to say it ain't great, but maybe we just add some more. Maybe we just add some more. I mean, we got this boat. Hell, who cares, right? This is important to us. Why shouldn't it be important to everybody? What do we need? Turbine, connector, alloy. Turbine, connector, alloy. Oh, I didn't mean to hit Q there. Let's build that. Turbine, connector, alloy. So build turbine, alloy, connector. Cool. Why do I even have a fabricator on the boat if I can do it myself? So we'll have to meet. We have 3. We might as well build our own cable extender just for that. That's going to be just a common piece. So let's put that in between. Can we? Can we? Can we please? Alright, there we go. And then cancel. And let's grab that. Let's just reel the whole thing in and go here. Let's grab that, reel it all in. Let's attach, nope, not turn it off. Let's attach there. And let's attach here. Cool. So we got 3 on 3. Let's just say that's all we need. And we might introduce more, but they would still lead into this direction. Let's attach that there. We do not want equalize. We want input only. Make sure these are all input and turn that on. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, the solar panels are making no energy because it is Nacht time. I don't like how much that's bent. Let's just, for now, put that in here and input. Alright, so we're making some electricity. Wind probably not as good as solar, but it is a bit more consistent. That battery is very low. Let's see if we can just grab a charge real quick off of something. No battery, no battery. Where's the connector? Here we go. Nope. Alright. E. Oh yeah, we're good. Well, I guess we just actually sapped the battery of that. No, we want output. We don't want to equalize, we want to take the whole thing. Grab cable, just reattach. So we'll let that build up. We're fine on that. Boat is fairly dead. I mean, if we turn this on, it's gonna run. It is. Alright, fine. The moment while that's charging and this is still working, let's toss all this crap in there. Let's have a little scotch. Bad Dog, what got you on the stream so long tonight? Been a 2.5 hour stream so far. All I've been doing is tossing shit into this recycler and destroying things. Just hanging out, huh? Alright, well, that's fair. Well, fair. Oh no, power's dying. Okay. Hopefully it's gonna finish doing what it needs to do. Seems like grinding stuff really kills the power, which I like that it does take that into account. I'm gonna just turn this off then. Ooh, writing legal stuff. I always love legal stuff. You seem chill. I like the game, so just chill as fuck at the moment. Fair. Just fair. I mean, kind of like I said too. I like playing it. Seems like an interesting game, and just trying to be genuine with people. Now we got some light, so I really hope we're generating solar. If we are not, I'm gonna be a decent amount upset and curious. You wouldn't love this. Well, here's the thing. I did consider going into legal. Still am considering getting my my legal degree since I already have an undergrad. But it does take in person, and as I already mentioned, I have a job. I like it. It would be hard to take classes while having a normal job, and you know, to pass a school that is eligible to then take the bar, you have to be there. Stuck in a case for 8 years in Texas? Yo! That's not what anyone's looking for. Like, Texas can probably be cool. 15 years in total. Is the issue that, like, you just don't like working? Because that's an issue plenty of people have been stuck in. But that's a lot, man. I mean, shoot, I'm 37, and there are very few things I've done for 15 years. Especially when somebody's being a pain in the ass. I mean, it sounds like general litigation, which, yeah, is a pain in the ass. If you could get them to court and deal with it, great, but I would imagine that whatever you're doing, you're not just getting them to court and dealing with it. You're having to, I don't know, I mean, I guess if Texas, oil kind of go together to me. The oil stuff can be really technical. Not technical, obviously, from a computer standpoint, but from, like, people have mineral rights. People have above ground mineral rights. People have below ground mineral rights. People have surface rights to a cistern or something, and that will, yeah, we're charging. We just got nothing here. We got dang old 4 kilowatts. Come on now. Current motion is 50 pages. Now, here's the thing. I like writing. I especially like technical writing, technical documentation, which is great for IT. I think I would be good at it in the legal world. Um, yeah, but for anyone to say they've written 50 pages that isn't a children's book, that is a feat. That, I mean, yeah, that would maybe take 15 years. Yeah, the problem is for almost 8 years I never got to appear before the court, so they've prejudiced me the whole time, so the judge is biased against me, even though I didn't even sign a contract, and it's a breach of contract case. Didn't sign a contract, breach of contract case. Okay. I mean, obviously you would know the verbal contract part of it. Somebody could still claim verbal contract, but of course the burden of proof is still going to be on them to a certain extent. I mean, yeah, the verbal contract thing is kind of wishy-washy, but that's why it's kind of tough to prove that it does exist. Yeah, I've heard a lot of things of the verbal contract nature, but I think the biggest thing is I am trying to get a good input of electricity to this thing, and I think I'm just gonna try and make my way over there with this cable and see what we can do. And I will have a verbal contract with this building. 20 meters, okay. They're trying to add me as a non-party and extend the other case that already was ruled on and they won. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, maybe it's because you're a big-time drug dealer and they're doing RICO, so all they have to do is say that you were a participating party, and then they're all set. Why can't I not get this to go over the bar? Can I throw these? No, I can't. Dag nabbit. Oh, I see. Yeah, just, okay, when it says 32 remaining, that just means, okay. Drop that. I think I need to do a electric connector here. Connect. Actually, is this thing, these are pointing right at it. Why is this not working? Why is it not working? Dag nabbit. Need batteries. You're probably right. I have some consumable batteries. You know what? Let's look at skills. Do I have any non-consumable batteries? I have small battery, small diesel, fabricator, recycler. I haven't gotten down to the next one. I still have a bit to go, so I won't worry about that. Yeah, let's grab small battery. And let's just build small battery. No, we grab small battery, we have small battery. Let's just go that way. Like real ones. Oh, so you're a real drug dealer. That's the issue. Fair. Let's grab this battery. Toss that over there. Actually, in case we need it, let's grab this battery. We can always throw it back. Oh, there we go. Boop, boop, doo, 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 doo. Not a dealer, but high F right now. That's fair. I mean, you don't always gotta do the first step to understand the last step. Here's the thing. I don't grow a lot of the vegetables I eat. I don't raise the chickens or beef that I eat, but I do eat it. You don't have to be a dealer to. Oh, is that? We chill, fam? No. You don't have to be a dealer to... Dude, was it that easy? I think I was just a bit dumb. Alright, let me show you something a little special here. I think that was for this door. And if I just connect this... I don't want to waste the battery though. Let me try this theory before I actually do that. Grab cable, connect. If I can pull this inside, does it reach? Connect. Dag nabbit. I don't want it on myself. Connect. Yeah, it works. It wasn't connected to something that goes there. Yeah, you're right. Alright, well, let's make sure we get a save. Good. Let's get a quick heal. We don't really need that much, but it's right here. I see a wire over there I'll grab. I am overburdened. I will need to drop some of this off. I do not need all that stuff. If anything, the boat's going to be right here for the moment, so let's drop off this extra crap. I think I wasted a extender, but not a big deal. Yeah, not a big deal. We're fine. The scraps. Well, while I'm heading down there, might as well grab something else. Scraps. I don't have that many scraps. Not really that bad. What I will do then is just toss these. Can I put them in a thing? No. Right. Drop. And we'll just put all of our materials back here. No material. I mean, to be fair, I could probably drop some of these item memories. Got plenty of space now. Let's get a quick recharge, because I'm hoping that battery, yeah, that battery has plenty. And it's charging still, so good. That's back there. This is still running. Probably shouldn't be running. I should turn it off. I should throw that in there instead of dropping it. Make sure stuff comes out. Oh, that is nice. All that. Turn that off. Take this cable, wind it up, and drop the rest of this. Drop. Yeah, I don't mind holding on a fuel cable, electric cable. But it's generating enough, it's going to start getting dim out. So probably not generating much, if any. Still got a little bit of wind. In fact, we know we don't need these batteries because now... Oh, that would have been so cool. But yeah, we just know that I made the wrong decisions on connecting stuff. Damn it. Alright, let's at least salvage some rubber out of this. Good. Alright. I wish we could pick these up to some extent. I don't think we can. That's too bad. But I get it. There's got to be some limit. Oh, nice. What a throw. Alright, well, I can go inside there if I want. This whole building's powered. I'm a bit worried about some problems up in here. Let's grab this real quick and charge my pistol. Grab cable, electric pistol. Oh, it's coming off that, so it's just gonna... yeah, I think you're right. It would have been nice to have a battery charge off of it. I'm just gonna be okay with that much. Let's get this building up and running. Got a bunch of crap I don't care about. Be more expecting to melee, I say, as I don't melee. And use my electricity. Go and get. Oh, what is hitting me? Let's keep backing up little by little. I'll be fine. Save that deck tree. Good question though. Now you got me thinking about the batteries. That's a small battery, but where are those medium batteries? There. Fresh water. Okay, so we'll need fresh water. Damn, that's way down there. Alright, so we won't worry about that too early. Small diesel container. We don't need any of those. Diesel and organic. Need that bolt pistol. Biomatter, electricity. Okay. Yeah, way down there. I think we'll just keep the medium battery in mind. I think it's probably rechargeable because it's part of the boat and some other stuff. I don't want to get too close to that thing. That says consumable battery. You know, I guess I'm curious. Does small battery mean that it is rechargeable and provides an amount of kind of balance or pillowing of the electricity? Because if it does, you have a gun though. I do, but it is electricity powered, and so I'm worried that ooh, can I connect the same thing to the building? It doesn't do the same thing. Huh, that looks stupid as hell. I do have a gun. I got 66. Yeah, let's at least start there. Use it. And just wreck. Okay. Well, at this point, the gun's actually pretty decent. I just kind of point it in that general direction, and it wipes up everything. Alright, well, that's that. Let's try and wipe this out. Okay, solves that. Is that still going? 5. Alright. Oh damn, that's kind of cool. So right now, standing still, I'm using 250-ish watts. Turn on the light, using 1.3 kilowatts. I like that it matters. That's kind of cool. So what I'll do is I will connect my pistol. And then I'll connect myself. I already put a splitter down there. It would kinda be decent to see if I can just pop that into the splitter. Yeah, I'm gonna use some for myself, that's fine. Can I recharge this? Ah, yeah, the sun went down, so of course. Yeah, so this is how I'll do it. Don't fall all the way down. Good, thank you. Thank you! Plug that in, because I can't pick this up anymore. And I want this to be equalize, but it doesn't know it yet, or maybe the batteries just can't do equalize, which would be a bummer. I'll drop that. Let's reel this up. That's kind of cool. I like that. You gotta be shitting me. Alright, it'll connect if you're kind of in range. but I'm going to use a lot more cable to come down and go back up from here. Fam. Alright, fine. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to create an extender here. I'm going to bring the battery up, and I'm going to just try and deal with all that up here. Build. What do I need? Plastic? Plastic's inside. That's fine. Nope, nope, not that. I just wanted to put the battery over here. So I'll have an extender on the stairs permanently. And I will toss this battery up there. Nope, because it... Oh, that's kind of cool physics. Because the battery is that short at this point in time, it will stay that short. And I can't throw something. I know that made it less easy to do that, but I appreciate that it did that. Plastic, I think, was green. So let's try and grab some plastic. Actually, I'm curious, if I'm in range, will it just grab it automatically? Yes, it will. That's pretty cool. I'm just going to grab that plastic and see, do I have plastic and iron? Yeah, so I can make a cable extender. How's the boat doing though, from a battery perspective? It's just down in the water. Alright, let's grab that, let's reel it up. I can probably just feed into that extender and then maybe run this extender up. We'll leave it on equalize for now. Build cable extender. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I am getting whooped on. Hit him. Hit him. That is such a slow melee. Okay, fine. A little hurt, not too bad. Let's... Oh, goodness. Gone the hell out of here. This one isn't doing anything, but that'll... Oh, come on. Don't get. This should always be input, because it comes from here. And, oh yeah, we were thinking about charging the boat. No, let's just... Why are there so many of these? Just say input only. Alright, that's enough. Alright, I don't want to put that away. Let's carry this, drop it off over here. We did set inputs to inputs, so this should be powering that. I hear something. I hear something. Where are you guys coming from? Why are you upsetting me? Oh, that looks crazy. That probably really need to be the inside thing. It's not going to do it. Even if we do output. Let's bring that inside. some watts, holds 183. So it'll last about a half hour. We got another battery if we need. We'll figure it out. Other rooms in here. Let's get a quick save. And head inside. Got lights. Nice. That's using even more, I'm sure. Yep. That used more lights. We are getting a little bit from the boat. Okay. So we are getting a little bit from the boat. We might as well let this sit on there to augment. We cannot change the direction of this, so batteries cannot be charged, or at least small batteries cannot be charged. They're essentially consumable. We're getting an amount from over there. We got no wattage coming from this battery, which is what we are hoping for. So it's good. We'll leave that battery there. You know what? Actually, let's just charge the pistol. No? Okay. Then I don't know what that goes to / comes from. While we're right here though, let's you know what? Let's just charge it off this battery. So I'm sure that'll go quick. Alright. Reel that in. How's battery? Fine. Whatever. Check his store. Not ideal. Yep. It's just, and pop, pop, pop. Pop, and maybe just pop. Alright. Really don't need lights in here at the moment. Try and save some electricity. What are those? Electric nade? Yo! Tech scraps. Fabric. Oh, stuff on the ground. Turn those lights off. That's a kind of cool gun, being that it can just kind of spread everywhere, but it does not do that much damage directly. Yeah, Bulgaria. Well, no matter where it's at. Got a 9 a.m. I also have a 9 a.m. meeting. I should probably eventually get a little nappy poo in. But, yeah, well, good talking to you, Bad Dog. It was, good night. Glad I got to play this game. Glad I got to stream. Glad I got to hang out with some people. Either way. But I got to smash some of these little gumballs back here. It's way too slow. There we go. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by. I'm not gonna get those out of there. I am too heavy. That's fine. 3. 3 means like... Ooh, does 3 mean we need to have 3 connected? Yep, see you, dude. Yeah, gotta go in that next area, gotta drop some stuff off. Guess I'll heal myself up. Give a quick save, and then I will do a real save just in case. And I'll head off for the night. Well, thank you everyone for stopping by the stream, and very cool. An interesting game.